It's game time. The Kid Gowie. Ravens Nation. All we know is purple and black. And if you're not a Ravens fan, Welcome to Baltimore, Maryland, M&T Bank Stadium, where opponents don't make it out alive unless we bury them. Every team be afraid of them, especially all the quarterbacks, cause our defensive linemen won't hesitate to leave you sacked. Let's take a minute, go back to Super Bowl 35. Domination was an understatement up against the Giants. Numerous touchdowns, they put up numbers, and it didn't take a nutritionist to see they hunger. Only stat Kerry Collins could get was interceptions. He must have thought throwing to the D counted as receptions. The pass was legendary, but don't sleep on the present. Our secondary make quarterbacks avoid their direction. You tryna run the ball, you better hope your blockers work. You can juke, you can spin, but your destination's the turf. This is a man's game, being soft will get you hurt. Watch the defense force a fumble and the fans go berserk. 17 weeks, only one league out of 32 squads. No one's messing with our team. We all bleed black and purple, you can check our IVs. Raven Nation fly high, watch us all spread our wings. Put your game face on, embarrass the competition. You ain't talking about the greatest if the Ravens aren't mentioned. Screw every other team, cause those dudes are whack. In Baltimore, the only thing we know is purple and black. Go! They always win when the championship's on the line. So if you hoping that they failed, then you really wasting your time. Go and ask the 49ers, I'm pretty sure they remember when they made a comeback, but weren't declared the winners. 2 rings down, but you know they won't stop now. If the opposing D's caught slipping, you know exactly how that goes. That's another deep connection for 6 points in the end zone. The stadium goes wacko as Ravens put in work. Pittsburgh Steelers, that still curtain is looking more like a skirt. So tell me who they say is gonna beat them Bengals. Who used to be the Browns until they relocated? Ravens, they are one of the greatest. There's simply no denying it. To beat them, bringing your A game's a requirement. With the youth of the team, I bet they still be dominant, even after the greatest linebacker's retirement. 17 weeks, only one league out of 32 squads. No one's messing with our team. We all bleed black and purple, you can check our IVs. Raven Nation fly high, watch us all spread our wings. Put your game face on, embarrass the competition. You ain't talking about the greatest if the Ravens aren't mentioned. Screw every other team, cause those dudes are whack. In Baltimore, the only thing we know is purple and black. Go!
Yo, how's it going, my guy? Welcome to another edition of SE Sports here. Real quick. It's hard, I know it's crazy in Baltimore what happened with the Key Bridge. I live like 5 minutes from the Key Bridge, so take it every time I go see my sister, my wife's family. So, it hurts. If you know anybody that was affected, one of the construction workers, prayers to the family. It was hard to see. It was definitely, my wife woke me up like at 4 a.m. telling me about it. I was like, what's going on? Wait, what? And then I saw the video. It's like, man, this is insane. So prayers for them, prayers for the family. It's rough, definitely rough. If you live in the area, it's a landmark. You can see it every time you go near Baltimore. And for in around the county, there's a bunch of places you can see it. That's where I live. So yeah, it was rough. Also, another news, a little bit happier news, I guess. If you are a baseball fan, the Orioles are about to start. I can't wait for the Orioles to start. Love the Orioles. I think they're gonna do a lot of damage, a lot of noise this year. So excited for that. That's tomorrow. Wanted to go there tomorrow, but it was sold out to season ticket holders only. Shout out to Lex Get It, Marcus, Terrence, Tanya, Baltimore boy. Shout out to all of you. Thank you. Thank you for coming here. Not from Bmore, but that's my team since 97, and that's my adopted city. I got you, Marcus. Yeah, well, you guys know I'm not original for Bmore, but I moved here. I took them. I took the Orioles when I moved here. They were winning. I took them. I took the Wizards. They still suck. Ravens. great. And the Capitals, I watch the Capitals now and then. JNCNTTN. You know what? I need to reach out to him. So Nubo, for those of you who don't know, I talked to Nubo about a year ago. I was still in England. It was hard to talk to him from England. You know that you guys know he's in the West Coast. Nubo is doing great. He was producing. He was a co-producer, I think, in a show in a show over there in LA. So Nubo was doing good. So shout out to him. We need, you know what? I'm gonna see if he can come back here in the next show, and we'll go from there. Kids, what kid of your church plays for the Wizards? Anyway, but side note, what irritates me for the Wizards is they don't play hard enough. And I know they're playing right now, but they do a lot of stupid things. Anyway, let's talk about the Ravens. I have the Georgia boys. Yeah, he's doing well, Tanya. He's doing well. I have the Georgia boys. I have Mims, McConkey, and Lassiter. How do you pronounce his last name? I don't want to botch it. Lassiter, I think is how you pronounce his last name. Sorry. I think it's Lassiter. Anyway. Nice, man, nice. Anthony Gill. Interesting. Anyway, hey, I might have to hit you up to talk to this guy. Let's talk about the roster right now. And I'm gonna go Jeff Sarevic here, and oh man, where is it? I have his tweet. Jeff Sarevic tweeted all the losses the Ravens have, and had me thinking, how's this roster looking pre-draft? Right? We talk about Jadeveon Clowney. He went out for $220. Right? So not groundbreaking market. And the other guy from Detroit, he also got signed by $7 million. I think it was $8 million per year. So obviously, and I tweeted that, this tells you where the limits for the Ravens are. Like, they're not gonna get $10 million for a pass rusher. They're not gonna get $8 million to a receiver on the current market. Not for the ones out there. But noise still in talks. I do think we needed to bring one veteran. Because the problem is, which of you guys is currently satisfied or hopeful of Ojabo in a way? I'm not. Ojabo, like, if betting odds right now, and I don't want this to happen, but betting odds right now, Ojabo gets hurt this year. 2 years, he's been hurt both years, right? Betting odds right now, Owe does not necessarily get hurt. Very quiet. He will have a game that he flashes. You have a couple plays. He flashes here and there, right? In which, what was my concern coming out of the draft, right? If you remember that draft, they made fun of me in AFC North talk because I was like, nah, man, not Owe. Because how could you come to the NFL with 0 sack in the first round pick? Never liked the pick. Then in the rookie year, looked great. I was like, man, I was wrong. And then proved me right. Same thing with like Claypool for the Steelers. I was like, damn, I was wrong because I did not like him coming out of the draft. Like, damn, I was wrong. And then came back to reality. So, but let's talk about this. We lost Huntley, right? The reality for the QB market, backup market, is there's very, 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 very few teams that have a decent to good backup QB. If your main QB, sorry, lost for the year or misses extensive time, none of the top teams are expected really to then, like if the Ravens right now are a perennial Super Bowl team, right? Or not perennial, like they're going to compete for a championship, for a Super Bowl, right? And the Chiefs and the Bengals and the Bills, right? Well, if Josh Allen's, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Burrow, and whoever else I said gets hurt, none of those teams are going to be Super Bowl bound. I don't think none of those teams are. I mean, you can see Burrow miss extensive time. That were the Bengals sniffing. They didn't even make the playoffs, right? So that's true for all of them. I think you go in and try to get a quarterback with between the 5th round and the 7th round, right? A backup quarterback, and then you had Josh Johnson this year, and then the kid, whoever the kid is, you put him there at QB3, learning, and the next year he's your QB2. That way, he's a cheap quarterback backup, but like Hunley for years, and that's definitely what they need to do. Oh, by the way, we might do a mock draft today too. Okay, so running back Gus Edwards. That's the position we upgraded, right? You lost Gus, and I love Gus. But if you think about Gus and you think about Henry, Henry is a better version of Gus. Similar runners, right? More bruising, more like if they get neither are two burners, but if they get head of steam, they're gonna be hard to tackle. It's definitely a better version of that. And now we go wide receiver, OBJ. Look, I will get flack for this. I did not like OBJ signing last year. I did not like how he played during the year. I thought it was way too much for his production, right? So for me, losing OBJ, meh, whatever. Dennis or Dalvin Duvernay, return ability, yes, but a guy that underperformed for the expectations that they had when they drafted him at that, I think it was in the 3rd round from Texas. He became a nice returner. Nice, not like excellent. Marcus, I think D Hop would have given you Lamar too, and I would have taken D Hop over OBJ any day. Okay, so Duvernay, meh. Right, so those two receivers. So now the question here is receiving core. Is your receiving core looking good for next year? Oh, Say Flowers. I know the last game he had was not the greatest, but definitely a guy trending up. Bateman, look, a guy that I love coming out of Minnesota out of the draft, kind of very hype when they drafted him. But what is Bateman now? Bateman it's been a shadow of himself. I'm hoping this is a breakout year for him, and he kills it. But I feel like Bateman severely underperforms. Like he disappears in the game, right? And I know the advanced analytics say that he's always open and blah blah blah. I don't know what to make. I like Bateman. I like the idea of Bateman. I like him and Zay on the outside, or him and the outside Zay as the outside and the inside guy. I like a lot of what Bateman does. I think the biggest problem Bateman has is consistency, right? He has the drops. You can see his demeanor when he starts not playing well, his frustration. I don't know. Look, if I was Bateman right now, I would be hollering at Lamar and saying, yo, I'll be in Florida through the summer. Every day. Right? Anyway, so Bateman, Flowers, and then you had Nelly. I love Nelly as wide receiver 4. If you make him wide receiver 4, make him. I think he's great wide receiver 4. But as soon as you start making him 3 and 2, and you need to depend more on him, I don't know how he will perform. Historically, he's not performed well when he's been wide receiver 1, 2, or 3. And then Tyus Wallace. What is he? We don't know. He might be great. He might not. But what is he? We don't know. Right? So definitely need to upgrade the wide receiving position. Now, the question is, who's out there? And like I told my guys from Lunch Break Hot Takes, LBHT, is it's not necessarily putting a body there. It's putting the right receiver. I think we have possession receive, not possession. We have more fast and agile receiver X and Y with Zay and then Bateman, right? So Bateman will be wide receiver 2/3. Zay will be wide receiver 1/2. So who's out there? To be honest, from the people that are out there, I don't necessarily think. Hold on. I don't necessarily think we go with any of these guys. So if we go and think about receivers, we have Hunter Renfro, a good slot receiver. Allen Robinson, man. OBJ, Michael Gallup, we brought him. He's a stretch receiver. Tyler Boyd, another possession slot receiver. Michael Thomas, stretch-ish, but we don't know what he is. He hasn't played in a while. And then you had DJ Shark. And DJ Shark will be an interesting signing. Another stretch receiver. But none of these, right? Laviska Chenault, Goodwin, Claypool, none of these guys are the type of receiver I think will be better. And I think there's I broke down last week Coleman. And Coleman, in my opinion, is a receiver that will fit well. Bigger type of receiver. Guy that can go up and get the ball. High points the ball, right? Not a burner, not super fast. Can he be the Anquan Bolding type of guy? That's what Lamar sees. Lamar needs is 3rd and 7. Right? They come into blitz. Mr. You all them, but call the receiver whatever. They currently cannot do this, right? They're pressing the receiver tight. They're coming all out blitz, and Lamar's gonna throw a 7 yards deep and tell this receiver go get it, right? Say currently his frame, unless he gets a clean release and get it, right? I'm talking a one-on-one press, all out blitz. Flacco did that so many times. Flacco will be like, okay, it's all out blitz. Bolden's there on the right, gets it, just throws it, and he will like look back because he knows he's gonna get tackled, and Bolden will go up and get it. Right? We don't have that, not even close to that, and nobody in the free agency market, current free agency market, can be that guy. Okay. Now, if we go to the area where we lost the most players, and we'll pause here because I see some questions here. Love Nelly. Can we afford Tyler Boyd with our caps? Tyler Boyd currently cannot ask for a lot of money, right? Their wide receiver round 2. I don't disagree. Tackle Wall is the new Duvernay return specially going forward. Tylan Wallace. Sorry, Marcus. I think we need to move with more 2 tight end sets. Likely needs to see the field more. Don't disagree. There's no number 1 out there right now. I could see that the Ravens making a trade and the deadline for wide receiver 1. Renfro will low-key be kind of fire with Lamar. We only have about 10 mil right now. Likely Andrew needs to be on the field more. I agree, since we can't afford a receiver, it seems. Andrew's the guy. Sonny, what about the guy we just brought in from Detroit? The receiver we brought for a visit signed today with somebody. I forgot with who. I did tweet about it, so let me see if I can. Let me see if I can see where my tweet is. Let me check. Let me check. Where is it? Oh, with the Broncos, Josh Reynolds. He did sign with the Broncos. Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, there you go. Josh Johnson just went to the Broncos. Marcus for 7 mil a season. What did we offer him? 4 mil. Yeah. And that's what I tweeted, Tanya. I don't think we offer him a lot. Sorry, I don't think we offer him a lot. So, and then let's keep going here with positions. Lineman. So that lineman for me is an interesting one. We did sign the guy from Houston. I think he's a competition guy. It's good to have bodies. Can he win the right tackle position? Maybe. Right? Maybe. I love Moses. Shout out to him. Hopefully he has a great year over there in Jets. Stanley. Can you depend on Stanley? God help us. Because if Stanley is hurt in the right tackle, we're done. Call it. We ain't competing at all. Right? But let's assume that Stanley had a decent Mekhi Becton sign here, right? Guards. So actually, let me finish with tackles. That's your left tackle. Your right tackle right now is The guy from Houston, name escaping me, this we signed. And then Falele. Falele is a guy that has played better in the right tackle. Left tackle, he's atrocious. In the right tackle, he is decent. And then we have multi-use McConkey. God bless his soul. He's always available for us. This dude is worth every penny we're paying for him, right? I'm talking about McConkey. But Falele, are you confident with him? I'm not. I think the first round pick, if you can bring a tackle, great. Right? Now, guards. Now, in the guard situation, this is where people are freaking out a little bit. And I feel like, look, the Ravens have prepared themselves for this. There's a point that you draft all these guys and you have to start giving them chances. We lost Simpson, we lost Seiler, right? But Cleveland looked good at the end of the year when the final 2 games were for Seiler. You have him. You have Voorhees. We'll see with him, right? You have Salah. And again, you can always get good old McConkey there. You have 4 guys. I think the guard situation is blown out of proportion. Now, I can be wrong. And Cam can break, and you're like, F, what is this? These guards are completely trash, right? That could happen. But currently, if you tell me, Sonny, should we panic? Any mock draft that I've seen with a guard, I see some people picking JPP, the center out of Oregon. Don't want to see it. I'm like, automatically take him out. Don't care about it. Should we draft a guard in the 4th or later? Sure. That's what we've been doing every year. Fat dude comes, 4th, 5th round pick, right? And that's where you develop these guys. Think about Powers. Powers was 3rd years when he took a step. In the 4th years when he played good, took that starting job, took it over, and then the following year he left, right? Let's see with Voorhees, because in the case of Voorhees, he was ranked as a 2nd round pick, if I believe so, and then he got injured, and we know what happened, right? And is Salas the guy? I'm not sure, but this is where the competition comes. I think very, very interesting to see this guard competition coming out. Outside linebackers, look, this is I think Clowney is gonna be a massive loss, no doubt. Clowney, we couldn't pay the cap hit. Tyus Bowser, who cares? But Clowney, that was gonna hurt. I think Clowney, even when he didn't get sacks, he was always hustling. He was the structure of the line, of the O line, and I wanted them to bring him back. So that's gonna hurt. I think they're gonna try to sign Kyle Van Noy, because he'll be cheaper, and I think you need that veteran presence. Because as we started with this, we cannot depend on Odafe Owe and Ojabo, right? We can't. Malik Harrison he was a middle linebacker coming out of college. They put him outside sometimes, but that's not his position. He looks so out of position in there, right? So we bring Calvin Noah. We're probably gonna bring another veteran that I cannot tell you because we always bring somebody late and does decent. That's the one thing that does decent. Our veterans have done decent. But there's something that people have not talked about is we lost our D coordinator. This defense might change. The defensive play call is going to change for sure. How's that going to affect us? This is why I said of all the years, this is the year that I wanted them to try to keep as much of the core as possible, especially the outside rushers. Because with the play calls changing, it was going to be tough. It was going to be rough. Or I'm hoping not, but it definitely can. It could be problematic. Patrick Queen, I would have loved to see Patrick Queen in my guy. Why am I blanking? Rowe, playing together for many years, but we knew. And Simpson got drafted, we knew. Patrick Queen tweeted after Simpson got drafted. Simpson's and the preseason was so bad. I was like, wow, this dude is like very far. But then he played against the Steelers. I'm like, I like this dude. I like it a lot. So I liked him coming out of the draft, but in that game, I saw his potential. So Again, similar with the guard situation, I feel comfortable, right? Chris Bohr's there, Malik Harrison's there, Mike Simpson earned the job, but I think you have enough with the depth and everything. You have enough, right? And then Geno Stone. Look, I love Geno, but you have two safeties, right? And then you have Washington that plays slot/safety. I think you're fine. Darby, that one is another one that hurts because he was really good when Marlowe or Stevens needed a break. He was really good. So that one hurts. I will be kicking the tiles on Stephon Gilmore and see, right? I'm like, looking for CB3. We're trying to build something special here. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Long snapper, Ravens should be fine. Okay, so currently there's holes in this roster. There is holes and holes that we haven't filled, and I'm not sure how we will fill. So let's talk about these prospects we have. And then we'll do a mock draft. By the way, before we do that, I'm gonna show you two mock drafts that I did this morning in my house. I tweeted about these. Where's this Twitter? Okay. So this is one mock draft that I did. Traded back. I think there's a big, highly likelihood that we trade back. With Amando's, that in my opinion, that would be a great trade. You get 2 early first, right? A trade like that for me would be great. We talk about Jordan Morgan. He's a left tackle. Played left tackle through 3 years. Can he play right tackle for the 1 year? And then, especially if he is as good as I'm hoping he could be, kick him to the left. Stanley goes. Next year we do this again for the right tackle position, right? Coleman, I picked 40. Traded twice, and then I got edge 2 CVS center/guard for competition, and another edge, right? I usually only do four round mocks. And then here's another one. Troy Franklin. I went wide receiver back to back. Troy Franklin, look, I'm iffy on him. I like Jalen Polk more. But anyway, this is how the board set it up. Tackle from Washington. D tackle. I do think we need to keep bolstering our D linemen. Austin Booker, edge, and guard. Mason McCormick, and I got an extra second for the following year. So that's where we have. Let me stop that. Let me also pull a. Can I do a mock draft in here? No. Okay. I can do it in PFF. That's fine. I can do a mock in PFF. Before we do the mock, let me see some more questions here. Bring Gilly Lock Gilmer. I think we don't make any more signings until after the draft. We have no money. That was from JNC count. Sonny, how do you feel about me saying let's do 2018 again and draft 2 in the first? Well, 2018 we draft 2 in the first because of trades, right? I forgot. We traded. Yeah, that was the Marquise, right? Who did we trade to get that second first round? I can't remember, but I don't know. It all depends how this draft is gonna flow. I'm gonna be in the AFC North talk for watching the draft live, so we should be good. I will do the same thing: pick a tackle and wide receiver in the second. If an edge player falls, you think we take the edge in the first, Hurts and Lamar. So the problem is these edge class is kind of weak. You had to love them. And the Ravens have not hit on these edges. I think we draft an edge. I just don't know if it's going to be in the first round. Let's talk about... Man, I need water. Let's talk about these players. First one is Mims. These three are from Georgia, okay? 6'8", 340. Big boy. I don't know if he's going to last. Oh, the 2018. Yeah, we traded up. Maybe we trade up. That could be a decent spot to trade up. If you remember that draft, we traded back and then we got hurt. So when we accumulate picks and we traded up, we're so behind in this year's draft. I don't know how we can do two first, right? We're 30th, so you have to trade up or then pick 30 and trade up to 31, 32. I don't know. I think we more likely if we're going to trade up, we're going to trade up in the second round up to get somebody. So, pros. Super athletic, moves fast, doesn't look 340. And when I say doesn't look 340, by the way, is I'm trying to say that he moves not like a 340-pound dude. I didn't watch. Sorry, I don't know. I did not watch the combine at all. I've been doing this for a couple years because I was looking the tape and then I was watching the combine. I'm like, oh man, look at this fast dude. I'm like, no. That took it out of my life. But he looks very physical, very, very physical. The only problem with him is I feel like his first punch, that pop, he's not as fast as I would like, and then the health problem, right? And like Marcus said it here, I'm concerned about big guys with ankle issues. So obviously that is problematic. If he falls to 30th, I don't know if the Ravens pass on him though, because the reality is you get 30 visits. Mims should be one, and you should have your medical people ready to check him from head to toe and see what they think, right? But it concerns me. It definitely concerns me. Do I like the pick? I will like it, but I will be concerned. Fair. I would like Jordan, the guy that I was saying earlier, Morgan Jordan, right? That is a Jordan Morgan. That is a guy that I would like better than Mims, especially if he can play left tackle. Jordan Morgan. Yeah. So what I saw for him, it's good when he's there. He is a freakishly like he looks lean and strong, which not all linemen look lean and strong. A lot of linemen, they look. So anyway, let's talk about the other guy, McConkey, 6 feet tall. I didn't put his weight. Look, great route runner. Great on yards after the catch. Not a good comment. I would say he doesn't have the frame to break tackles, but he's shifty enough that he will break your ankles and go right. So I have here shifty routes, slippery. He doesn't look fast. Again, I don't know how he ran his 40, but he definitely on tape does not look fast. Not a 50-50 ball guy. And you guys know this is a requirement for me. Coleman, every time I was watching Coleman, it was. In the case of McConkey, he sometimes reaches out, but a lot of times lets the ball come into his body. I don't love that. I think McConkey is definitely Tyler Renfro or a Adam Thielen type of guy, right? A guy that can put in the slot. He is shifty. He can make people miss. He has great route running ability. So those good traits to have. Would I be excited in the first round? Nah. Not with McConkey. Nah. I don't know if he's a difference maker. I don't think he is the type of receiver we need to keep moving forward. Now, I'm gonna address something with this comment. We need athletic O-lineman now with Lamar Henry. We need great O-linemen, regardless, right? We need good O-linemen, but I forgot to start also with the drop hit tackle. And I did not. I don't like it. I don't like that they banned it. I understand this. That's how Andrews got hurt. But that as a guy that likes to watch competitive football, you are handcuffing these defensive players. That being said, that benefits the Ravens currently, because you know who you sometimes need to hit tackle. Derrick Henry. You see this mofo head of speed coming towards you. You just trying to drop your weight to bring him down. So obviously Henry probably is happy about it. But yeah, I'm not in love with it. Lassiter, I think is how you pronounce his last name. Cornerback, 5'11 and a half, a buck 86. From Georgia again, Georgia boy. What did I wrote there? Kept well with O. Okay, so I'm assuming what I wrote here was because when I was watching him, he tracked the player well. He had good fluidity that he can shift for the player, so he was reacting well. Good instinct for the DP, right? Pass deflect, PDs. Pass deflection. Good on press. Good on off ball zone defense. He was good on press as long as the ball came out quickly. Another guy that did not look super fast was this guy, because sometimes also I saw the receiver beat him. And it wasn't because the receiver did this great route, because this dude was reacting well with him, right? Like, this dude was like sticky. But they will leave him. Like literally this guy will just be a step or like could have to a step behind the guys. I didn't see much I mean, I watched a couple games, but then I went to see his stats. I remember seeing a lot of interceptions with him. There's a guy, if he's there in the third round, you pick him. And I think you develop, he'll be a good outside corner to develop like Stevens, right? Yeah, Todd Todd will know better than me with all these Georgia connections. I agree with you. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Percent. I want. We're gonna do a fourth round mock. Ravens. And this is what I was saying for the person that said 2 first round picks in the first round, right? Two picks in the first round. When you pick 30th, like that year in 18, we picked like here 15 or 16, and we traded back to 20 something, right? And we got picks, right? And then we got Hurst, and then when we took a second round, we flipped. We had some other picks, so it was easier. In here, if you trade up, you're losing picks, so trading back up is hard. The only way is to trade here. I don't know if the Ravens would do that. So let's do this here. I personally don't think they're gonna trade up at all. I don't think they trade up at all. If anything, I think they trade down. What was I gonna say? So for me, like if this is the situation, right, where you look at the tackle, right? I will take him here. I'll be comfortable taking him. Where is it? A receiver. I wouldn't take him. Coleman I like. Wilson's not bad. Franklin's okay. Right? But I think in this situation they probably trade back. Sure. For sure. Hopefully that is big enough. Let me know is that big enough. So I think this is a scenario where you trade back. I think this is I think Eric DaCosta and Austin Newsom have been different how they approach free agency and how they approach the draft, right? Eric DaCosta seems to be a little bit more aggressive. Austin Newsom just used to be drafting back, or sorry, trading back. Yes, I mean out of the first round. Sorry, Marcus. And I think this is the draft to do it. I do think this is the draft to do it. 47. Look, so for me, if I'm in this situation, I'll take Jordan Morgan again. That's fine. You will lose the 5th-year option, but you will gain more picks. I understand. I think it all depends the position, right? It all depends the position. But like right now, you have an early third here with a 2nd-round pick, right? You can still get a lot of good players there. So for me, you draft your Morgan there. And then, look, I haven't scouted him, right? But my understanding with him is they're projecting him to be a guard. Lack of flexibility, footstep is slow. He played left tackle. He played guard at the beginning. I mean, that gives you some flexibility there. I watched a little bit of him, Keelan, and he looked good. If he's there, I can see them drafting him. I would have won him, and he's gone. So how this draft is breaking down, I'm gonna go with him. Devontae Walker. I don't know much about Devontae Walker. 6'2". I had to check Devontae Walker. From receiver side, because I know this happened to me when I was doing the mock draft in the AFC North, and then I'm not getting a receiver. I like this kid. I like him a lot, Rice. I haven't checked Johnny Wilson. No way, this kid's 6'7". What? What? How's this dude 6'7"? This is a tight end. 6'7"? Oh, I need to check. I need to check his tape. I need to go check Johnny Wilson. But for now, what's my next pick? You know what? I'm gonna go with Johnny Wilson just because I'm intrigued. I am intrigued, but I need to. F. They went with Rice already. I want to do Wilson and Rice. Well, look, Anderson. I'm assuming. I assume how a 6'6", 6'7" is that late in the draft is crazy. So I'm assuming he ain't great, but I'll watch his tape. I need to put his name here, Johnny Wilson. Let me see if I can go back and do his thing. Okay. Who do we draft? We drafted tackle. We drafted our receiver. We drafted edge. Where's my corners? There's no corners here. I'm not with him. My grandma can't outrun Johnny Wilson. So he's that slow, huh, Marcus? I like him. Mohamed Kamara. Do we draft a CB? I like him. I'm gonna go double edge. Okay. Do I love this draft? No. I mean, I like him. I had no idea about him. Right. I don't have any idea. I really wanted Rice, but whatever. He's not there. There was a 6'7" T that went undrafted last year out of older mini. DJ James and Mohammed. I like Mohammed Kamar a lot. I like it. Hold on. Let me do another one, but what was this one? I like this one better than PFF. Okay. I like this one better. I like this one better. This website better. This is Pro Football. Pro Football Focus? Pro Football Network. Hell no. Not the clowns. No, not the clowns. Ooh. Tyler Guyton. I like him. So in this one, we did not trade back. We kept our pick at 30th. Where is... I want to see how the receivers are. I gotta make a pause here. Well, the guy that I wanted is not there. Wait, is Xavier like the South Carolina kid that I've been seeing videos of? Morgan Moses, solid right tackle on the cheap. Who playing right tackle? That's the problem right now. That is the problem right now. Right? I think tackle is the first pick that we need to do. I like Roman. Xavier Leggett. Xavier Leggett. He's the guy that people are talking about, Debo, right? Debo like. Okay, I'm gonna go Leggett. So yes, for Jamex 99. Yeah, Moses was good for us, so now we need to replace him, and we don't have anything. This is why I think our first pick has to be a tackle. Nobody, we should not pick I'll be shocked if we pick a guard. I'll be shocked if we pick a guard. There's our pick 93. No. Sanderson, if you haven't been early, I said I went through the roster needs, and guard is not a one. I mean, guard's a position you pick later, but nothing in the first 3 rounds. Actually, I wouldn't pick it until the 5th round, unless it's a great guard that just fell to you. I'm gonna go with DJ here. I'm liking this one way better than my PFF one. We have 2 more picks, and then that will be it for this stream. We'll recap. Okay, so that is enticing, and if BDC gets that, I think he takes it. Actually, let me see who's there. My picks are tackle, receiver, corner. Let me see defensively what edges are there. I like him. I can get him. Looks like later in this draft. Corners. Wait, did I not draft a corner already? I did get a corner. Oh, it's edge. What I need. I'll go with beef. You cannot go wrong with the tackle. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the tackle. Living, how are you doing, man? How are you, bro? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining the live stream. Is it my pick already? I'm gonna go with the guy that I think I like his upside a lot. I know he's all the way down here, but Mohamed Kumar, I like his upside a lot. Okay, and with that, we get our tackle, receiver, corner, D tackle, edge to beef out that defense in the middle, get the extra corner, first 2 picks on offense. I actually think that's what they should do in this draft. They should go offense, and then we focus on defense. I wanted them to invest on the defense on veterans this year, especially with a new DC. But this is fine. I think tackle will be your first pick. I'll be surprised if it's not tackle. And I think receiver will be your second pick. And I want a bigger receiver in this draft. I'm gonna keep asking for every year until we get it. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining the live stream. Tomorrow will be in AFC North talk. From having about $1 million away from having $1 million in my bank account, dude. That's great. That made me pause. I was like, wait, what? Shout out to everybody that was joining the live stream. Shout out to the people that are gonna watch this replay. Go give me your draft grades below. Tell me who are players that you would like to see. What players will you prefer the Ravens to draft? Thank you for everybody here. Thank you also. Shout out to the Orioles that start tomorrow. And again, prayers to the people affected in the Key Bridge collapsing. Shout out to everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at AFC North Talk. Peace out.